Eicher BS6 AMT familiarization, driving controls and do's and don'ts. Automated manual transmission AMT optimizes clutch and gear actuation, reduce the wear of mechanical components and lower maintenance cost. It automates clutch and gear actuation, helps driver to focus on road and traffic conditions and therefore increase vehicle and road safety. AMT components basic working and function. AMT system main components: cabin mounted shift lever unit SLU, including the system's electronic control unit, XY actuator mounted on the transmission to select and shift appropriate gear, pneumatic clutch actuator to engage, disengage clutch, input speed sensor mounted on the transmission to calculate input shaft speed, output speed sensor mounted on the transmission to calculate vehicle speed, range cylinder mounted on the transmission used for range shifting from low to high gear and high to low gear, counter shaft brake valve mounted on the transmission to actuate counter shaft brake during gear shifting. AMT SLU shift lever unit function. AMT SLU consists of 4 main buttons. Neutral button, bring the vehicle to neutral. Function button for launching the vehicle first time in forward and reverse direction. Plus position, the lever can be tapped in forward direction to select forward gears. Minus position, the lever can be tapped in backward direction to select reverse gear or lower gears than the current gear. The AMT vehicle can be operated in different modes: automatic or manual mode AM, eco or power mode EP, crawler mode. AM and EP modes will change based on button press. That is, default will be auto mode. If AM button is pressed once, the mode will change to M, manual. If pressed again, the mode will change to A, automatic. Same applies for eco or power mode. In crawler mode, the shift lever unit assists vehicle launching in extreme conditions like soft and muddy roads or on a gradient. It requests higher engine speed compared to normal launching. In crawler mode, only crawler gear and reverse gear will be activated. Crawler mode can be disabled either by pressing the C button again. Automatically disable if vehicle speed is greater than 7 km per hour. AMT display mode in instrument cluster. Engaged gear. Status of the AMT operation modes: automatic or manual, power or economic, or crawler. AMT warning lamps. Stop lamp. Vehicle has to be stopped immediately and AMT failure has to be repaired before truck will be operated again. Check lamp. Vehicle operators in a reduced functional mode. AMT failures should be repaired as soon as possible. AMT vehicle operation. Switch on the battery cutoff. It's important for drivers to wear their seatbelt to ensure safety. To start the vehicle, ensure handbrake must be in on position. Turn the ignition switch to on and wait for telltale lamps self-calibration. Ensure pneumatic pressure must be 6.5 to 10 bars. Watch for warning light glow on the instrument cluster and ensure N must be displayed on cluster. By default, the vehicle will be auto mode and eco mode. Start the vehicle. Forward gear. When gear in neutral, forward start gear is requested by pressing the function button F button of shift lever unit and simultaneously moving the shift lever forward. Crawler and first gear is the highest available gear as starting gear. A shift request to a gear higher than crawler and first gear as starting gear will be rejected. In auto mode, the default start gear is selected based on the calculated load. Reverse gear. When gear in neutral, reverse gear is requested by pressing the function button of shift lever unit and simultaneously moving the shift lever backward. Gear in neutral position. A shift to neutral is requested by pressing the neutral button while function button remaining released and shift lever in middle position. Stopping the vehicle. When the vehicle speed decreases towards 0 and gear engaged, the clutch will open automatically by SLU to prevent engine stall. When the vehicle is stopped while in automatic mode and a gear engaged, the SLU initiates a shift to the appropriate starting gear automatically, depending upon the load. If a gear remains engaged for a predefined time of 120 seconds while vehicle stopped and ignition on, SLU intends to shift to neutral. Driver can prevent this automatic shift to neutral by gently depressing the accelerator pedal for a short time. This automatic shift to neutral while vehicle is stopped is initiated in both manual and automatic mode. Gear indicator on instrument cluster. C. Crawler gear. 1. First gear. 2. Second gear. 3. Third gear. 4. Fourth gear. 5. Fifth gear. 6. Sixth gear. 7. Seventh gear. 8. Eighth gear. R. Reverse gear. N. Neutral. Hill Start Aid HSA. Function: to support the drive off of a vehicle, for instance, on a gradient by holding the vehicle until the transmission developed enough torque to propel the vehicle or after a certain time. HSA switch. It is placed at the left side of the dashboard. How to operate. If vehicle is on gradient before launching the AMT, press the HSA switch and release the foot brake and handbrake to move the vehicle by pressing accelerator pedal. Driver tips. To operate AMT, pneumatic pressure should be between 6.5 to 10 bars. Operate the joystick gently. AMT will automatically shift to neutral after 120 seconds in idling. To avoid this in traffic, slightly press accelerator pedal once. While overtaking in automatic mode, press accelerator pedal fully for getting desired torque and speed. This is called kick-down feature. In this, lower gear shifting takes place for increasing speed and torque. This feature will provide more pickup. If vehicle is in higher gear, sudden brake applied, vehicle speed 0. Then the gear automatically comes to a crawler or first gear. Always drive in auto mode for better mileage and less driver effort. In case of any malfunction or error in the system, switch off the ignition and wait for a minute before starting again. If required, switch off and switch on the battery cutoff switch. Always use parking brake to park the vehicle. Ensure the selected modes displayed in the dashboard. In case AMT malfunction, call Eicher on-road service or visit nearest Eicher authorized service center. Do's: while ignition is switched on, ensure the N is displayed in the instrument cluster. If N is not displayed on instrument cluster, report to Eicher authorized service center. Protect AMT cables and components properly and remove SLU ECU connector while carrying out welding work in the vehicle. Don'ts: don't start any operation till completion of self-check. Don't start launching if N is not displaying. It indicates some snag. Don't switch off battery cutoff immediately. After ignition, key off. Wait 30 to 45 seconds. Shutdown time for system. Don't switch off the vehicle in gear. Don't carry out welding work in vehicle without switching off battery cutoff switch and disconnecting SLU ECU connector. Thank you for watching.